want you guys to take a look at something, okay? You see that? That's happiness, rainbows. That's money right there. But then you turn over here, and it's like death. Out to get my morning fix real quick. I think I'm addicted. Bye-bye, thank you. Wow, gingerbread latte, pretty good. Who knew? So not for nothing, it's been raining for like 4 days in a row. So, what is going on? So like I was saying, it's been raining for like you know what, I'm gonna just go. Okay, so not for nothing, it's been raining for like 4 days in a row. God, I love this place. My wife and I were just talking about getting a Christmas tree. All right, quick side note, my hands are like freezing, jeez. Jeez. Woo, it is cold. Okay, you know what I just realized? I've been here almost a year and I don't own an umbrella. Like, I think we're gonna go home and I think today's video is just gonna be like a chill video. You know what, actually, I think it's time to tell you guys why I left Los Angeles and moved out of all places to places, the Netherlands. So I like legit get this question a lot. Like even today, I was out getting coffee and a lady asked, the Netherlands? Why would you want to move to the Netherlands from Los Angeles? Like, what's wrong with you? I was just like, do you know who I'm a thug. Don't be rolling up on a thug like that. So yeah, I think we should go ahead and address this question. Because like, to keep it real, to keep it 100p, that was a big move and not an easy one. Matter of fact, it was probably the hardest thing I've had to do in my life. And that says a lot because you guys already know I be hugging the block. I'm from the trenches, I'm from the streets. Okay, so first things first, I have to say that I love LA. It was by far my favorite place to live in the US. It was such an amazing place. It had all the work there for me because I worked in television. Jay Leno's car. And it was just a solid place. Like, it was beautiful, the weather was great. But on the other hand, it was getting pricey like quick. I had a good job, my wife had a good job, and it was just getting to a point where we could barely afford like our lifestyle. And it's not like we had an expensive lifestyle, but pimp. Put it like this. I've worked with directors and producers who made maybe 4 or 5 times what I made, which is a lot. And even they were struggling when it came to just owning a home. And now, since my wife and I love traveling, and it was getting to a point where we could barely afford our lifestyle, you gotta kind of ask yourself, like, is this it? And to be real, it wasn't. And what's crazy was we actually realized this like years before we actually decided to do the move, which is why when we traveled, we were mainly looking for traveling opportunities, work opportunities, gotta have the monies, and overall, just quality of life. Like, cause believe me, it's kind of an important one. And what's crazy is that out of all the places we've been, all of them, the Netherlands just really brought the sauce. They had a ton of work out here for me and my wife. And not to mention, just like the general location of the Netherlands, I can go to all of my favorite places without it like costing an arm and a leg. And then the cherry on top had to be the quality of life. So let's start off with traveling. For example, you remember when I did that video talking about the Sony ZVE, was it the Sony ZVE 10? The Sony ZVE 10. You remember when I did that video? Remember when I said I was just hopping over the island real quick to run and print out a plane ticket because I just need to hop over to Ireland real quick. Yeah, like you could do that and it's not a big deal. I hopped right over to Ireland, was there in like an hour. And the ticket wasn't that bad. It was like 90 bucks. So yeah, when it came to traveling, the Netherlands was right at the top, pimp. Traveling is a plus. It's easy, affordable, and just overall, just knowing that I can just hop on a train and go over to Paris and be there in like 4 hours is like amazing. And now the next one was job opportunities, and that one was a key one just because not everywhere you go has the entertainment industry or a lot of television opportunities, like, which is what I work in. So I do have to be just a little bit picky when it comes to places to live, especially places to live that offer these opportunities and that pays like a decent salary. Because like, let's be real, pimpin', a lot of these places try to test your gangster and your skills by lowballing your salary. So I had to consider it. And it just so happens that Amsterdam had a ton of television opportunities that they pay decently well. So, and not to mention great opportunities for my wife as well. So yeah, that's another plus for the Netherlands. Come on. Man, these Joby Gorilla Pods, man. But anyway, last but not least has to be quality of life. And yes, pimp, I said it. If you don't know, quality of life is very, very important. That's one thing I've learned working in television. Like, look, you don't want to be that guy or that person that's always working just to be able to get by. You don't want to be that person. And here, yeah, it's just not like that. And there are many reasons for that I'm not gonna go into because I know that's gonna spark a whole nother conversation. So not gonna get into that. But for the most part, for example, one of the things I noticed is that people actually take time to spend with their family. People actually take time to travel. People take, like, a holiday is like a holiday. Another thing is transportation. Public transportation is amazing. And then if you don't wanna use public transportation, just bike. Like, biking is so fun and it's like amazing if you don't wanna walk. And don't get me wrong, pimp, you could still be a G and bike. Just put on your headphones, turn on that trap music, and you good. Cause let's be real, we bosses and we still keep a G on our bicycle. But yeah, just for some reason, I really, really love that just about being here. Is just being able to walk or bike anywhere. And if I can't, I just hop on a train and we Gucci. One thing about me, I love to drive, but living in LA made me hate it just because I was just wasting so much time. And you guys think I'm lying, but let me just give you an example. When the whole pandemic thing happened, everybody was working from home, I was in a meeting and one of the audio engineers that I work with said that he saves 32 hours just from not driving to work daily. 32 hours. And I was like, what? 32 hours just to go to work. Like, think about that. Like, really think about that. 32 hours of driving a week just to go to work. Like, this, it's not even like he's going like to like another state or to a vacation spot. No, 32 hours just to go to work. So yeah, when people ask me why I moved from LA to the Netherlands and I tell them just a couple of things, they're like, oh, yeah, I get that. Like, I've been in LA for I would say almost 10 years, working in television there for 10 years. And yeah, just in the 10 years that I've lived there, the prices of things just skyrocket. Like, it's like in your face and you just see it just skyrocketing. Now, I know inflation is everywhere, but holy cow. California, it just seems like they are on a whole nother level. Like, it is just, so yeah, when we got the opportunity, we YOLO'd it and bounced. And I have to say, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made, like, in my life. Besides from starting this YouTube channel. Like, it was definitely a great decision. So yeah, that's why we moved from Los Angeles to the Netherlands. But hold on, quick side note, like, low key, I actually really like the weather here. Like, I know everybody hates it, but I really enjoy it. Cause look, guys, when I say I'm from the streets, like I'm from the trenches, look, I'm from the hood of Chicago. That ain't a lie, okay? Like, I really am from the hood of Chicago. And when it snows or rains like how it does in the Netherlands, if it's like that over there in Chicago, you can't do nothing. Like, you can't go outside. It is so cold and so windy. Like, You go outside for like 2 minutes, you will die. So now, would I recommend moving to Amsterdam or the Netherlands? Yes, I would actually recommend it. I mean, I don't exactly live in Amsterdam. I mean, if I put it in the title, it was because of keyword searches. Like I gotta stay on top of it, guys. I gotta stay on top. But yes, I do recommend the Netherlands. I personally live in Haarlem and love it here. It's it is straight balls here. All right, so now that I like spilled all the tea, I think we should go and get an umbrella, because I don't know why I don't have an umbrella. Like, and you know what? Some rain pants too. We might as well. Well, you know, another thing that I want to mention too as well was the simple fact that we kind of knew, my wife and I kind of knew that LA wasn't going to be it long term, because eventually you start thinking about family or having your own family, and we just wasn't really seeing it in LA. It just didn't have it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hope you guys didn't mind me getting a little personal in this video. If you did like it though, let me know. Maybe I'll do like a pros and cons, or I'll tell you some more about my life living in the Netherlands, because it is it's definitely an interesting one. Okay, and quick side note, it would like stop raining after I just bought rain boots and an umbrella. Yep. Well, welcome to the Netherlands. I don't know if you can see that, but it's another rainbow. There's a lot of rainbows this week.